Hello again guys, welcome back to race 2 of round 7 from the Midnight Oil Racing League here at Trial Mountain. Obviously the grid results are going off of qualifying results once again, so Blood Diamond lines up on pole with Wayne G in 2nd place, Ice Chan in 3rd, Thomas in 4th, Mawson starts in 5th with Vex in 6th, Dan Bailey in 7th, Jerry in 8th, Pickle in 9th, Asbo starts in 10th and Clutch starts in 11th place. So without further ado, let's get into the second race of the evening. So line up on the grid, the lights are illuminating, they will go out and the klaxon will sound. And they're off. Looks like Thomas getting bogged down off the start again. Also Mawson there as well. Vex getting a really good getaway, getting 2 positions, I think that was off the start. Holds off Dan Bailey as well. Dan Bailey obviously got a really good start, didn't he, in the first race. So Blood Diamond loses first place off the start once again. Wayne G moves up into the lead. Ice Chan with half a second there. That isn't going to help him too much. That will surely drop him behind Blood Diamond at this stage. If Blood Diamond keeps that distance, looks around the outside here. He's not going to get it done there. Very tight right hand of that one. And Vex not far behind as well. How long can Vex keep that McLaren in 4th position? We've got Thomas looking very racy in the background as well. Thomas opting for the hards once again in the first. Oh, Mawson at the moment in the background there. Mawson. We've got to have a look at that. So Mawson chasing Dan Bailey. Comes through the tunnel. And does he just... Oh, he just got it a little bit wrong. Massive snap. Somehow almost managed to keep it going. In fact, I think Asbo helped him out there, and then Pickles just gave him a little starting nudge, got the car going once again. But meanwhile, wait, what? And we've had something else happen here. So it's Blood Diamond in 3rd place. Has a little bit of a snap on the approach to the tunnel there. And there it is. Just got really bad. Almost clipped the inside wall there. That's allowed Vex around his outside. And I think Thomas gets the move done as well. Thomas definitely looking for the move, and he does, yeah. So Thomas getting the move done as well. Blood Diamond just lost all of that momentum after he clipped the wall. Thomas going to have a look up the inside of Vex now. In fact, Vex losing the position to 2 cars as Blood Diamond managed to move up past as well. But then Vex getting the move done on Thomas, is it? And he does. Oh, that was brave there for Vex to keep the boot in. Absolute cracking bit of driving from these 4 drivers. Blood Diamond, Vex, Thomas, and Dan Bailey was in the mix there as well. Waiting in the wings there is Dan Bailey, trying to seize an opportunity to pounce and maybe get a couple of positions. Also on the racing hards. So Ice Chan has to serve that penalty. Is he going to lose that place to Blood Diamond? He hasn't lost the place, but Blood not far behind now. Is Blood going to go for the move here? He thinks better of it. Very sketchy one, this first couple of turns, to be able to go for an overtaking opportunity, but maybe into the tunnel. Oh, Chan sees it coming and covers it off. Nowhere for Blood to go. He has to slam on the anchors. Whaley G still not too far up the road, so not managing to get away as yet. And we still have Vex there in 4th place, still ahead of Thomas there in 5th. And these top 5 have started to pull away from the rest of the field somewhat. Bit of a gap back to Dan Bailey now in the Subaru. So Ice Chan going defensive. He's throwing in defensive shape. Blood Diamond is going to follow him, trying to keep the slipstream for as long as he can, the toe. So everyone opting for that very shallow line through the hairpin. So Blood Diamond looking like he's probably going to go medium softs once again. I think Vexed on the medium tyres this time round. Yeah, he is. Thomas on the hards. Dan Bailey also on the hards. Mawson, after that early moment, managing to get his way back in there onto the back of Dan Bailey once again. He's going to be starting to pick up the slipstream. Then we have Jerry in 8th place. Jerry still ahead of Asbo in the BRZ. Pickle in 10th and Clutch in 11th. So Wayne G well and truly in control of the race at the moment, but Ice Chand has started to creep up onto the back of him once again. I think aided by a charge in Blood Diamond. Really having to pull the stops out to try and stay ahead. The Angry Wasp. So Chan currently holds the fastest lap, 1 minute 53.853. Thomas putting in purple sectors. He's 3/10 purple through that last sector. Surely he's not going to take the fastest lap on the hard compound tyre. But then this is Thomas we're talking about. Anything is possible as Mawson gets the move done on Dan Bailey in the background there. Does he? Yeah, he does. He gets it sewn up, moves up into 6th place. Dan Bailey down to 7th. Oh, not quite, but it is a 154.247 for Thomas. Ice Chand takes the fastest lap of 152.877. Still trying to close that gap to Wayne G. It's got to be around 5/10 now. Probably about half a second between these two cars. And Chan has managed to get a little bit of breathing space over Blood Diamond. Blood Diamond, who was well and truly on his rear bumper. He was hanging on for dear life. Maybe trying to cool his tyres down a little bit. But also has managed to create a bit of distance back to Vex now in 4th. Vex is going to become a bit of a sitting duck here without the slip. That Porsche is going to be very slippery in the tow behind. So what is Vex going to do? Is he going to go medium softs or will he go medium hards? Because their mediums, well, that front right hand tyre almost halfway worn already. How far back is Mawson? Look how much Mawson's gapped Dan Bailey as well. That's the difference in tyre compounds. He's probably stretched that gap to around a second and a half maybe. Oh, and it's a little bit squirrely through turn 1, but keeps it going, he keeps the momentum. He's still looking fast. How far ahead though is Thomas? Can we see Thomas? Oh, we should just see Thomas going through this right hander. There you go, you can just see him just up the road. And the gap back to Dan Bailey stretched now to about 2.5 seconds. So Mawson putting in the work at the moment. Keeps it nicely through there, doesn't clip the barrier on the exit. Are we going to see Thomas make a move on Vex in the next couple of laps? I thought we might have seen it on this one, but... Oh, here we go, on the exit here. Vex went a little bit deep, as that allowed Thomas the opportunity to come alongside. He was alongside momentarily, but Vex keeps the position. Holding on for dear life at the moment is Vexed. He knows how fast Thomas is behind him. Oh, this might be it here. This might be where we see the overtake come into the final chicane. In fact, no, Thomas holds off. There we go, through the final turn. What an overtake from Thomas. Not really anything Vex could do there. He just had to let it happen. And I think probably conscious of that lime green Ford GT getting closer in the rear view mirror. Wants to try and use Thomas to try and pull him away from the cars behind, but or ideally even get back past the Porsche. But at the moment it looks like Thomas definitely getting his head down for the final few minutes on this first stint. And he's already gapped Vexler. He already passed him. Already broke the toe. So Vexed in a couple of laps might become a little bit of a sitting duck to that Ford GT. But I imagine he's also going to be looking to get rid of them tyres soon. But that is, yeah, the gap is coming down now. So, fantastic recovery race from Mawson at the moment. If he keeps doing what he's doing, he should surely make up another position or two. So Blood Diamond has managed to, in fact no, he was fairly close anyway, wasn't he? I think that gap has become a little bit bigger. Ice Chand has taken the lead from Wayne G. So Ice Chand, your new race leader. Are we going to see a move come from Wayne G into turn one? I think he's too far back at this stage. What are his tyres looking like? So, two fast tyres actually looking a little bit better than Ice Chand's at this stage. Which is definitely a weird one, because Chand definitely looks like he's starting to pull away. Or he did. He definitely did. And now it looks like Wayne G closing the gap once again. Trying to put Chand under some pressure. Are we going to see an answer move on this lap? There we go, here comes the RX Vision. Is he going to go for the move? He does. He pulls out alongside the Lamborghini. He's favoured the inside line. But Chand didn't really have anywhere he could go. He just had to hold the outside line. He just chose to hold the outside line. So Wayne G back up into first place and the lead of the race. But Ice Chand keeping that gap very consistent indeed. And these positions may swap yet again, because we've still got another 12 minutes to go. They're still deciding not to pit, so they've stayed out. Will we see anyone else behind decide to pit? Anyone going for the undercut this time round? I think with the length of this pit straight, I don't think the undercut actually works amazingly well around here. Wayne G looking comfortable and looking to try and pull a bit of a gap over the Lamborghini. He's pulled a couple of attempts, but Chand still well in touch. Oh, it looked like Wayne G actually going a little bit slow through that left-hander. Is Chand going to get the opportunity to go for a move into the hairpin? Not that time round. Oh no, on the exit though. Oh, looking like he may have been able to take it on the exit, but the RX Vision, just a faster car up the hill. The Blood Diamond slowly coming under the attention of Thomas. So them hards definitely starting to come into their own now. We saw Thomas, oh, he's gone in. Thomas dives into the pits. Blood Diamond has favoured track position. He will stay out. Will Vex follow suit? He has. Moulson has stayed out. So he's going to move up into third place. Or is Wayne G going to come out ahead? No, so Moulson has moved up into third place. Wayne G down to fourth now. Thomas down to fifth. Dan Bailey is going to stay out, favours track position. He will move up the order as well. Up now into fourth. So Wayne G, Thomas, Vexed and Asbo all in the pits, still yet to come out. So here we go, here's Wayne G, the first out of the pits. Thomas will follow suit. Asbo only just pulling into his pit box now. Pickle looks like he's pit already. Them mediums definitely don't know they've done the 8 laps. Jerry on the racing hards. It looks like he's just served the pit stop. Them hards only a lap or two old. And Clutch also, I think, going for an early pit stop on the racing hards now. I'm sure he's going to be looking to take them to the end of the race. Ice Chand now into the pits. Blood Diamond's going to follow him. I think Moulson's going to do the same. And he does. Dan Bailey's surely going to follow the other guys, and he does. So here we go, Wayne G on the racing softs. Will surely become your race leader once again. And he does. Moves back up into first place. And we see our first person exiting the pits now. Is Thomas going to come out ahead, or is... So Ice Chand actually comes out just ahead of Thomas. Thomas not far behind. Opted for the undercut, did Thomas. And it's brought him right onto the back of Ice Chand once again. He's just got to put them purple laps in. So Blood Diamond opted to go another lap. So he's on the fresher racing softs. But Vex not far behind in fifth. Oh, Vex just grazing the wall there. I think he might have left his wing mirror back there. We'll have to go and have a look in a minute. No, it's definitely still there. How far back now is Moulson? So Moulson not far back at all. He has some gap over Dan Bailey. Dan Bailey is coming under the attention now of Asbo. We haven't really seen these two too much in this race. We saw more of Dan Bailey in the first one, but Asbo in the European Spec BRZ. Chasing down the sister Subaru, the WRX, driven by Dan Bailey in 7th place. Oh, Asbo! Oh, Asbo. That's going to cost him a couple of attempts. And you see Dan Bailey starting to get away a bit. He definitely got a better exit out of the final turn. Asbo was looking to start picking up that slipstream, but he's got his work out for him once again. Then we have Pickle in 9th place. Jerry holding on to that 10th. Still a little way ahead of Clutch. He was on the same compound. So Wayne G trying to scamper off into the sunset now. And the sun is slowly setting around Trial Mountain. So I think this is going to turn into an evening / night race. I think it was maybe supposed to get darker sooner, but I think we had a lap or two in the darkness, which was sketchy to say the least. Trial Mountain, one of the tracks where you don't have floodlights all the way around, so it does get very dark indeed on some parts of the track. Wise Chan doing well to stay ahead of Thomas at the moment, but he's on them racing softs again, which do seem to die a little bit of a death around here. Are the mediums going to hold their own or come into their own towards the end of this race? Will Thomas be able to take that 2nd place away from Chan? Will he be able to challenge for the lead? Because if we look at Wayne G's tyres, he went in a lap earlier, I believe, going for the undercut. His tyres definitely look a little bit worse for wear than Ice Chan's at this stage. Bit of a slide there from Thomas through the left-hander. It's not going to hurt him too much. And Blood Diamond, try as he might, can't seem to find his way onto the back of Thomas, but he hasn't got worry about the guys behind him. Saying that, I think if we look at the track map, yeah, so Molson well and truly onto the back of Vex now. He's going to be looking for the move. Vex just getting a bad run through that left-hander. Molson just with the better momentum along the back straight. So Vex tucks into the slipstream. Will we see an answer move? Oh, Vex is looking up the inside. Can he pull it off? And Molson keeps that 5th place. And it is starting to get dark around the track now. That's a good move there from Molson. Just kept the pressure on. Vex tyres starting to die a bit of a death. And yeah, the tyre difference is in a lap is pretty insane. Vex still keeping the pressure on. But then he hits the barrier on the exit of the final turn, which has cost him. You can just see that Ford GT just starting to pull away now. That really does damage your momentum down the start-finish straight. And it has got dark. Yeah, it's the only place where we can see lights is through the tunnels. back out into the gloom once again. Dan Bailey some way back. Can he catch Vexed? I don't think his tyres are good enough at this stage. Asbo was doing really well. He was closing up to Dan Bailey, but finds himself a couple of seconds off now. Still well ahead of Pickle. But Jerry Smiles has now got Clutch for company. Is Clutch going to be able to set a move up on the Irishman? We haven't seen Jerry for a long time. We've not seen much of him in this. Oh no, Jerry! As a moment out of the final turn into the barrier. That's unlucky, Jerry. So Clutch does finally get that position up into 10th place, but yeah, he's got a bit of a country mile now to try and get onto the back of Pickle. So this might be the final lap now, and it looks like Wayne G is going to make it 2 out of 2. Crosses the line, takes the checkered flag and the win. GG's Wayne. We got Ice Chan in second. Thomas comes home in third. Blood Diamond will take fourth. Mawson comes home in 5th place. And then we have Vexed. Vexed manages to keep ahead of Dan Bailey in the end to take 6th. Dan Bailey takes 7th. Asbo takes 8th. Pickle through the final chicken. And on the home stretch, crosses the finish line in 9th place. There he goes. Clutch still with a few turns. And he will take 10th. And then Jerry comes through the final chicane. He's in the newer oh, that's a moment. Oh, come on, Jerry. Just lights the rear of that newer of the two Porsches up. I think it's still a 911 GT3, but it is the 922 variant. So he's got red headlights. Funky headlights. Oh, Jerry. Just get it across the line, dude. Come on. You can do it. Where's he gone? No, I think he's given up. And yeah, it looked like he gave up in the end. But there we go. That was it. That was race 2, guys. We'll be back again, same time, same place next week. Stay tuned. I've been your boy Vex. This has been the Midnight Oil Racing League. Good night.